Carl Pryor, did it for years while I was on the board, and then later Gail was with us, and he also had his welding. And if you ever needed anything done welding wise, he'd do it for you. There, he had every instrument. He was valedictorian of his class in the Osho, and then moved out here on the family farm, and was there for many years. And he moved on up here. Everything around him, but his house was destroyed in a tornado. That was one of the last things that happened to Gail. But he is depicted here. This is Gail and a young Bernie Browning. By the way, do we have any of the Ellery family here today? Did the Jacksons or anything?
All was having knee surgery.
Is he? Oh, okay. He would have been here. He would have been here, I'm sure. But this is Gail, and this is Bernie Browning. How about any of the Brownings here? Bernie Browning was a young man who was our postmaster later and worked at the store, and was also for over 30-some years was maybe nearly more like 40 years was our supervisor of our water board. And you know, he wouldn't take a dime for that. He would go out here and put people's meters in, and he would fix leaks on the line. He would do all of this and collect the money and pay out the bills, and did that for so many years, and never would take a dime for it. We tried to do it. We finally forced him into take a little bit of gas money latter part of his years with us on the water board. I served on the water board nearly 30 years myself as treasurer and president, but Mr. Browning wouldn't do that, and he and Gail and Carol Gum and David Weems and who else, David, were so instrumental in fixing up the old Civil War cemetery after it had been left over in the 50s, maybe.
Well, we were shamed into it by John Bell, who lived up at Rolla, and
Had family.
he had grown up here as a young man, and he came back and he had to chop his way to his mother's grave.
Oh boy.
And he shamed us into doing it.
Yeah, it was a mess. It got covered over. And boy, you leave anything in Newtonia with this rich, fertile soil, it doesn't take long until it grows over. You can see that evident back here. But that's, and Gail came up with the idea of this frame to help these old tombstones back there. So we are now the Newtonia Battlefields is in charge and have the legal representation to take care of that old Civil War cemetery. Is now part of our 25 acres. This is Joanne Turner. This is Bill's better half. Did you tell me, Bill? Was that right? Joanne, where are you at?
Right here.
There you are. This is Joanne. Just stand up a minute, Joanne. I was there some of the people back there. Joanne, the building you see there that we're in right now is here because of the women's group that later became what were they called originally? I can't remember. Loyal Neighbors. That's right. And then later now they've become the Newtonia Betterment Club. How many of you are members of the Newtonia Betterment Club here? A few of you. Okay. Anyway, they are the ones involved in keeping this building up, our community building. The city of Newtonia also provided funding to help on it, and some other individuals. And Mr. H.O. Patrick, is it Patrick's? Here's John. I thought I saw John here. They live just over here, a few blocks. Everybody lives just a few blocks, because a few blocks are out of town anywhere you go. I mean, that's the way we are, you know. We call our little community basically a poke and plum town. If you drive through, time you poke your head out, you're plumb out of town. Just thought I'd bring that up.